guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. You probably recognize what's on my desk. So this is probably one of the most requested videos that I get, and it's for the altered composition notebooks, journals, planners, whatever. I only have two on my desk right now that I'm using, but I probably have 30 or more of these because I normally use like a different one each month, and I just chunk everything into it. Like, it's a brain dump for me. But these are some that are a little bit different. That's why I've got these two right here. So this one here is one, I believe this was a Walmart one, just like these. So I didn't take out any pages. I didn't glue any pages together. I put tabs up at the top of this one. So this one has got 5 tab dividers in here. And I don't have any pockets in these two because these are more like, I don't know, they're more for a purpose, not for like just sticking stuff in. So this one I actually printed. I done like a calendar in the front section. In this section here, it's like my budget. Then in this section, I done like my debt repayment tracker. This one is subscription tracker, and then savings challenges. So this one I printed some stuff out and glued into the little notebook, and you can do that, or you can write in it, you know, whatever you want to do. But that's what this one, so this one is more like a budget planner for me. This one here was, I believe this one was from Dollar Tree. The pages were very thin, so I glued 2 pages together. And then I also, because I glued the pages together, I put washi tape on the edge of each one. I love the way this looks, but this one was time consuming. But the pages were just so thin. And then I made my calendar using thin washi tape. I can't even talk. So you can see there's my calendar. I do have some dividers. Oh, I did put a pocket there. And then, like, part of it I used for, you know, church notes, just all kinds of different stuff that I used it for. So you can see, and like the ones that I use all the time right now, I don't really have, I have dividers in them, but they're not each right, because if something's on my mind, I'll just throw it down in there. And that way I've got it all for that month in one journal. So, and I normally keep several of these on hand, right ready to go. I try to buy them when it's back to school time. I don't always get enough when it is. So we're going to do one of these today. And I went ahead, and this one's the one we're going to do. I went ahead and put my score tape on the front and the back cover, as well as the inside covers. And that was just simply to make the video not quite as long. Normally when I do these, I use the 12 by 12 papers, but I have this paper pad here from Hobby Lobby. It was only like $4. It's 8.5 by 11. So you can use this with, if you have digitals. That's one reason why I wanted to do the 8.5 by 11 paper today, because you can use your digitals that you've printed at 8.5 by 11 to do the same thing. So that's what we're going to do today. Now let's just go through, and we need to pick out, first we need to pick out our front and back cover, and then we'll need to know what we're going to put on the inside covers. And that's going to be the first thing that we do. And so I'm just looking to see, and I noticed this has like 4 of each design, so I like that. I'm thinking this for the cover. So let's get 2 of those out. You may change our mind, but if we do, we can just chunk them back in there. And I have another paper pad down here. I don't know which one it is, but it's another one of these from like Hobby Lobby. So I like that. This would probably be cute on the inside if we're putting that on the outside, or maybe that. I don't know. I like it all. I think I'm going to go with this for my inside covers. And let me just, where's the other one? let me just take a peek at it real quick. And this is probably a bad idea because, you know, y'all know how it goes. I already got that, so I probably ought to stick with it. But right away, I think I see what I want. I love this. So we might, hang on. See, guys, I should have just left that one closed. I'm going to put this one down for a minute, and we'll probably come back and redo that. So I want this for my cover. That's my covers. So now let's figure out our inside covers. I just really, really, really like that patchwork look. And the thing is, the way it is, we can pretty much do any of these pages for our inside cover because it looks like all of the pages are on there. How cute! But I want to get something maybe not quite, that might be cute. So let me keep my, actually I want this for my inside covers. Okay, now we're on a roll. Let's try this again. Lord help me. And let me see. Okay, I'm just making sure I've got everything. So this is going to be my cover. And what I've done, like I said, I've put my score tape down. And I'm just going to make sure that it's down really good. And the size of this paper, if you look, if I open this up, you will see that it's just a little bit bigger all the way around than my book, which is perfect. And I will show you why. First, let's go ahead and get the backing off of our score tape. Now, one thing I like to do, and it is not necessary, but y'all know I'm a little extra, or maybe I'd be considered a lot extra. I do like to, in addition to my score tape, I also like to use glue. And that's just because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room whenever I am putting my paper down. All right, I've got such a mess with all those score tape backings. Let's go ahead. I normally use my, you know what, I'm not going to deviate. I normally use Fabri-Tac when I am doing that. And I might not better, that's what I'm used to using, so that might better be what I continue to use. Now would not be the time to experiment. And the reason I second guessed and decided against the Bearly Art is that I know the Fabri-Tac does not warp my paper, which this is a cardstock paper, but it's a thinner cardstock. So I don't really want to take the chance. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to line it up, and I'm going to try and have about the same amount on the top as I do the bottom, and I'm just going to line it up as best as I can right there with that black. And if you don't get it completely, you know, right up on that black, that's perfectly fine because we can put a strip right there. And I will show you how we will do that. And I'm just squeegeeing that down. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to cut that off. I am going to cut a little, what do you call it? Oh my goodness, I can't even think. Miter. So let me do this. And I probably should not have put my, well, I mean, I'll still use that score tape that's down, but, all right, because what this is going to do, it's going to give me a finished edge on my little book. So let's see. This is what I like to do, and I was trying to hurry because I'm on, but you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm going to do it just the way I normally would. So what I do is I will go right here, and I will put a piece of score tape on this flap right here. Just like that. And we need to put a piece right here. Now the bottom one, I have it a little short, so it's already going to have enough score tape on it. So I'm not going to worry about that. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and pull up this piece of score tape here. And before I do, I'm just looking to see if I need, so I was making sure I didn't need to pull up the edges any, but that, that paper's small enough, it's not going to affect it. So now I am going to put my glue right there. And then I'm just going to fold this over and burnish it down. Just like that. And then I'm going to do this one, and I may need to pull these back just ever so slightly right there. And we can do that. And if y'all hear my computer going off, it's because it is. I am actually on my lunch break. And I figured I'd go ahead and do a video because, you know, we've got Thanksgiving coming up and so much stuff going on that I wasn't sure of my time frame for doing videos for this week. And I was running behind last week, and I don't want to do that this week. So I'm taking my lunch break and doing this. All right, and so now I'm just going to put that one down like that. And now we do this. So normally what I do is I do the top and bottom first, and then I do the side. And that's on any journal that I do. That's how I do it. And it just, to me, it looks better because I don't have, you know, this one on the top and then that one on. So yeah, it just makes it a little bit more uniform. I'll put that down for right now, and let's put some glue on this. And so the way that I'm doing this, using this 8.5 by 11 paper, this is really like a no measure, no cut. I mean, I don't know if it can get much easier than this. So that's always a good thing, in my opinion. And see, that looks very finished. Love it. Okay, so now we need to do this next one. And so we're going to pull our backing off of our score tape. Now, what I have to do is I have to make sure that I put my paper the right way up, because I have been known more often than not to put my paper upside down. Yep, and then I didn't get to try and figure out how to cover it or how to do something where it doesn't look like it's upside down, but I never really fully succeed on that part. All right, so again, we're going to go with our glue. So I really do like using the 8.5 by 11 paper, like I said, because you can use the digitals, you know, if you've got digitals that you want to use, and the fact that you don't have to really cut anything. And that's one of the worst parts for me sometimes on these is cutting. All right, let's see if I can line that up. That looks pretty decent to me. And there we go. Burnish this down. Okay. And I've done a little bit better with my spacing there. So we're going to do the same thing, just miter that a little bit. And that's just so that we don't have a big chunk of paper right there when we go to fold it down. That's all that does. And if you see, I'm going ahead and folding them or scoring them because I want to make sure, go ahead and get the fibers breaking down in that. I don't think I'm going to put tape on those. I will put tape on this one here, but I don't think I'm going to do it on the shorter ones today on the back. Right. So there's that. So let's go ahead and get this down. What did I do with my hyphy tool? And since I'm not putting tape on the flap itself, I do need to make sure I get glue. So I'm just gluing it, making sure I get it right up there to the edge. And then just fold that over. Very good. And we need to do the same thing down here. So let's put our glue here. And I could have sped this up, but that is the one other thing that, excuse me, in the request is not to speed it up, because the ones that have requested it, you know, have requested that I show them like real time. And so I don't mind doing that. If y'all don't mind listening to me, I don't mind keeping it in real time. You know, less editing on me, so I'm good with it. So yeah, we have, I am recording this, what's today? God, I don't even know, Tuesday. It's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And we have grandbabies are in town, and I'm super excited about that. I went, they're staying with my mom, because she's got a huge house. And so they're staying down there. And so I went and seen them last night and took some crafts, and that was fun. All right, so now on this inside, there's a couple of different things. We're not going to go completely up to here, but you know, we're going to have this that we may or may not want to be seeing. So let's measure, and I'm going to want it to go almost to that bottom. So I think I can do 9.6 is what I think I'm going to do for the height. And then for the width, I'm going to do 7.25. All right, now I forgot to get my cutting board down. Sorry guys, I had it put up on the shelf and forgot to get it down, because I know how I am. Y'all should know by now anyway. Okay. This thing is huge, but I love it. So I said for the height, I was going to do 9.6. And I'm just cutting them both at the same time so that... And then don't throw these away. We will use them. And then for the width, I said 7.25, I believe, anyway. That's what we're going with, and hopefully we got it right. Because if we don't, it's too late now. Well, not really, because I have plenty more paper, but that's not the point. All right, I think I'm going to round the corners on these inside pieces, just because I like the way it looks. No other reason. And you can ink this up if you want to, you know, not ink, whatever. It's, you know, personal preference. Some of mine I ink, some of them I don't ink. Some I round the corner, some I don't. It just honestly depends on the mood I'm in that day. All right. So how this is going to fit in there is just like that. And so see, it gives us a very finished look, and I like that. Now do I want to put a piece of tape here? I think I do. I think I would just feel a little bit better with some tape right here. All right, so let's take our tape off. And then we will put some glue down just like we did on the cover. so let's put our glue down. And I'm just doing the same exact thing that I've done on the others, you know, on the covers. Alright, and so when I put this down, this paper is non-directional, so I'm going to turn this where I can get to it good. I want to try and get this as centered as possible without getting on that inside edge, and that's almost perfect right there. So you see I've got a good area away from the that spine, but I got a little bit of space all the way around it. So now we just need to do the same thing back here. So let's go ahead and put a piece of tape down. And I'm looking at the time, and I'm thinking that today we'll do just this, and maybe tomorrow we'll come back and do the tab pages and any kind of pockets that we might want. Just because this video is already, you know, what, 22, 23 minutes long, and to do the tab pages or pockets would be probably another 20 minutes or so. So I think we will do that. We'll let this be it for today. So what this will do, it will give you an opportunity, if you want to craft along with me, to get your composition notebook and get it up to this point, and then come back with me tomorrow and we will figure out the tabs and that kind of stuff that we're going to put on. Alright, so again, I'm trying to line it up even. Well, how on earth did I do that? I got that one too close to the, I didn't go over that way enough, but you know what? We done it. We're going to have to deal with it, and we will. Alright, so let's just smooth it all down. And we'll see if I can slide it. I don't think I can. No, I'm not even going to attempt to, because I don't want to mess it up. And this is another thing with these books. If you look, the cover is actually shorter than the pages. And I've noticed that on several of them. Do we want to go ahead and put that on there? Or I don't think that one's bright enough, but that's what we could use the strips for. We'll do that last, just in case we want to do something else. But I mean, that's a very good start. And even just like this is so cute. I mean, just, you know, for a back to school or something, if you're just throw a couple pieces of scrapbook paper on top of their notebook, and it's an entirely different notebook that they have to carry. And you really don't even have to do anything else at all to it. But of course, we're going to. All right, guys, come back tomorrow, and we will do the tab dividers and see what else we can do with it. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.